What's going on, everybody? James here, ReductionAgency.com, 22 years selling on eBay, and welcome to the second thrift store on the Found of Fridays series, week number 5. So if you haven't watched the last one, go back and check that one out. That was the first thrift store I hit on this Friday, and now we are at the second location. I'm going to go in here and try to find some stuff to flip on eBay. And let's see what they got. A nice little convenient cart waiting for me as I walk in. And I spot this little acoustic guitar, but open it up and don't recognize the name. It looks pretty cheap. And I'm like, somebody was in my way the direction I was going to go, so I'm like, oh, let's just at least look the name up. I think they only had like $10 on it. So I'll pull it up. I don't even think the name came up on eBay at all when I typed it in, if I remember correctly. Let's see what it's spelled as. Yeah, I don't think nothing came up, so... At this location, you gotta like really look around because it's so easy to miss things because there's so much in this store all the time. I wish they didn't have music playing in the background so you could just hear the noises of the room, if you will. A lot of interesting conversations always going on, of course. And there's Jane. And of course, I always go to the electronics section first. Plus, it's over here by where they all the new stuff is, where they're putting out from the carts. I spot this little vintage radio system, and I open it up, and it's all still in plastic. So it looks brand new still in the box, new old stock. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that. I'm not even going to look that one up. New old stock in the box. Then I found this Kenwood car stereo. Not even going to look it up, straight into the cart. There's some old 78s they had laying there. Nothing special jumped out at me, but I think I'd pull out my phone and look up one of the artists just in case. Till I see these laser tag guns, and then I forgot to look them up. They felt pretty cheap and newer, so I'm like, if they were like the vintage 80s ones, it would have been a different story. So now I'm looking up one of the artists. And nothing. All right, where am I going next? Where am I going? What am I doing? These shelves I like scour all the time because I'm always missing stuff on them. So just a converter box there, cable box, whatever. Moving on. And I see this skateboard, and there's like something Type 6 brand or something. Didn't feel it really had any value to it, but I thought I'd look it up just in case, and I think I do a Google photo on the search, just see if anything comes up. Here's where I do the search, image search. I'm not giving up on that skateboard yet. I couldn't find not even the brand name, so I'm like, definitely wasn't vintage. So now we hit the toy aisle. Look around for some toys. See a Tonka, it's plastic, so I put it back. One of those old cameras. I didn't even look that up. I forgot all about it. I just threw it back. Because I think they've repopped those anyway, if I remember correctly. Another employee I know. I just can't remember his name. I remember talking about the radio. He said he just put it out. He was talking about what they put out yesterday. I think it was a couple of vintage Easy Bake ovens still in the box. That's what he was telling me. So now I head over to the clothes. And I believe this lady here was the one that was she the one that was at the last first thrift store video? I'm thinking it was the same lady. I'm guessing she was a reseller too, because she was piling up some stuff. Somebody came up to us later and said, you guys are having a contest to see who can fill the cart the most, because as you'll see, the cart gets pretty full in this video. So go ahead and look up these Nikes. Okay. And I think I ended up passing on these. Yep, pass on those. And nothing good there that I saw, so onward to, I believe, the t-shirts are next. Going down to clothes aisle. Here we go with the t-shirts again. Normally I get the Missouri State Bears. I think I ended up passing on it since I haven't sold anything from Missouri State in a while. Got a little Toy Story shirt. Little Demon Slayer. Little NASA. Another Blues. What else we got here? Milwaukee Brewers. I think that I saw something on that shirt, so I didn't grab it. Another Cardinals. I thought about getting that because it's vintage, but I didn't want to get popped by Tommy Hilfiger for the look-alike logo. And that Blues had like a 375 tag on it or whatever, so I did pass that one up. So another one there. The t-shirts that I do grab are usually $1.50. And these two, as I'm going through this section, these two ladies just come in and invade my space. I just felt like saying, I'm standing here. You get a glimpse of the arm of one of them. Trying to figure out what that shirt was, if it was anything. Billiken's Christmas. As you can tell, I'm pushing up against the clothes because the lady's just on me. So, like, get off me. Actually, think I ended up checking my pockets. They were so close on me, make sure they weren't trying to pickpocket me or something. It was quite funny. And at this point, I'm like, got frustrated. I'm just like, I'm going all the way around, get out of the way. Then I see this. Dun, 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 dun. I'm like, how are you not going to get that? Jacket, pants, and tie for $6.50? Yes, please. So now we're at the other end of that aisle. Ching, 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 ching. All right, done with those clothes. And I come back to look up the name of that suit. And then in the third video from this Found on Friday series this weekend, week 5, we'll go over all the items in detail, look at them a little bit closer. If you got some Galaxy foam posits, I got the suit for you. Talking with Jane there. It was pretty crowded when I got there. I was expecting it to be pretty picked over, but surprisingly not. So I'm heading over to the clearance rack, half off rack. See if there's any decent t-shirts in there. And then I take off running out the door with all the stuff. Not. Next up. And then I see they talk about this. It's like a Crate amp, but it's a Bluetooth speaker from a Crate. So they started asking me about it, so I let them know that it is Bluetooth compatible. And I was hoping she put it down, because if she put it down, I was going to grab it. Had like $5 on it. A Crate speaker, yeah. Told her what kind of power plug to look for, because it didn't have the power plug. Always helping anybody out. Well, aren't you so nice, James? Whoop-de-doo. Right, now we're going to head back over here. I think this is where I start getting into checking out the totes that they're putting stuff out from. I start going crazy because I see a bunch of sealed DVDs, and then there's that other lady who's grabbing a lot of stuff too. So I'm like, all right, it's on. Let me start grabbing all these DVDs before she decides to grab them. So there's a bunch of sealed Blu-ray and DVDs. And you see that guitar there. She kind of takes it from me. But I'm grabbing these DVDs and stuff first. But you'll see, I go to try to get it out, and she ends up snagging it after I unhooked it, because it's laying underneath a bunch of stuff. So I go to lift the stuff up to move it right here. Or is it right here? Yeah. And then she grabs it. I'm like, what are you doing? I was going to... I didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, man. I saw no name on it anyway, so I'm like, chances are if there's no name on it and I didn't see it, she's probably going to put it back down anyway. So as she's doing that, I'm just use it as my window to keep grabbing the sealed movies. And then I'm talking to another worker I know. She goes, why don't you just move them over here for me? I'm going to put them over here on the shelf. If you want, go ahead and put them out for me. I'm like, all right, I got you. I'm still looking through them, though. She's like, I'm going to put them right here, so whenever you're done, just put them up here for me. I'm like, will do. And then I see there's some sealed ones still up there even, so I grab all of them. And then the ones that aren't sealed are more music related. So I just grab the music related ones too, throw them in my cart, come back down and finish my job. And Frank Sinatra. Double check and make sure there ain't any I missed. It was like, oh, and then I think here's where I noticed she put the guitar down. So I pick it up, and it's a vintage 80s guitar, but there's no name on it or anything. They had $10 on it. So I try to start looking it up by Google Lens. See if I can find a name or anything on it. Turns out to be, I can't remember the exact name, CSI, or started with a C. It was like 3 letters. And it's basically a cheap Japanese from the 80s. So I figured for 10 bucks, it'd make at least a good wall hanger for somebody. Got some printer ink there that I end up scanning to make sure if it's worth it or not. And it is not. So I'll go ahead and put it out for them. Going back, see if there's anything I missed. And there's that lady again. We're in thrifting wars. So now I'm going to do a little Google Lens search. Being this is a Found on Friday, I just sold a Found on Friday item just now, that cha-ching. But you'll have to wait for the 4th video from week 5 to see what items I have sold and how much money we've made and etc. from. So this is video 2. Video 3 will be us looking at all the stuff closer, and then video 4 will be going over the dollars, the numbers. So as I'm typing this up, this gentleman walks up and starts talking about it with me. Actually, he's probably there over to the left now talking. Just trying to make sure. I spend a lot of time on it because I want to make sure I can at least get over 30 bucks out of it. Paying 10 bucks for it and then having to deal with shipping it. And it looks like I might be able to get about 60 plus out of it. There's the gentleman there on your left. So I'm showing him the one I found that looks similar. Looks just like it, except it has the name on the headstock. And I think they made 3 colors, a black, a red, and a white one. And I think I found one that sold for $60 a while back. So they just pushed out these new totes here, so reading the names on them now, I see one that says toys, I believe. So I go to check, see if there's any good toys in it. Until she got in my way. And it like, pushing is not allowed. We're not at the bins, the outlet, so you cannot push another person out of your way. Contact thrifting is only available in the outlets. Check the names on the back side of the totes, the ones that didn't have it on this side. All I found was this little dinosaur, so I'm going to give him a Google Lens, see if he's got any value. There's the gentleman who was conversating with me with this Hawaiian shirt on. Do a little Google Lens. And he don't really have any value. I saw 1 or 2 that was kind of deceiving, and then I saw a low dollar one where somebody had like $10 on it. I'm like, sorry, buddy, I'll put you right up here. And then I saw these camera lenses, which of course have been there the whole time. Now that I'm watching this video back, I just didn't see them. And they weren't any like name brands like a Canon or anything, so pull out my phone and look up the number that's written around the lens area there. And I think that gentleman walks back and starts talking about the lenses now. Oh, he asked, do they still have value? So I think I ran into him there once before, so he knows I'm a reseller. And I tell him some of the name brand ones do, but this one, I'm looking up the part number, and these two don't really have any value to them. I do stop this video early. I still do more shopping, so I think there's going to be stuff in the third video of the series, week 5, that you will not see in this video that we'll go over. Gotta leave a little something new for the detailed video. Yeah, there he is again, talking about the lens now. I like talking and meeting people at thrift stores. Just all different kinds of personalities. I love it. Because you never know what kind of nuggets of information you can learn from talking to different people. I'm looking for Jan some Christmas stuff here to see if there's anything to get her for her Christmas collection. Don't really see anything. I looked 2 or 3 times just in case I pass something up. Found a little Disney plush with the old sticker or the price tag still on it. I think those are from like the 90s. It was a Build-A-Bear, so I was looking for like a St. Louis Zoo tag or anything on it. I found these like vintage 70 carnival type of plush there. And a little Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So I'm going to pull out my phone, do a little Google Lens on Shaggy, see if he has any value. And see that he doesn't, and then I do a Google Lens on these 70s plush too, but they don't come back of any value either, unfortunately. So we will be coming up to the end here shortly, so make sure if you didn't watch the first thrift store video, go back and watch that, and then after this video we'll have number 3 where we're going to go through the detail of all the items I found. And then the 4th video this weekend we'll be going over the money. So back they go. But yeah, as I said, there's going to be more stuff that you don't see I pick up that we'll go over in the 3rd video. Always gotta check the bags of toys. Little LeBron from Space Jam. And